안녕하세요. Riding on the Korean wave. Welcome to Tuesday's edition of The Culture Wave. I'm Kwon So-ah in Seoul. Explore with us Korea's culture from all aspects and stay up to date with K-entertainment, K-tourism, K-history, K-everything. And before you know, you'll be booking your flight to Korea. Now today we're joined by my co-host Walter Lee in the studio. Hello, Walter.
Hello, Soa, and hello to all our viewers at home. Walter Lee here to co-host alongside Soa, and of course I've got the latest in K-Inter news just for you.
Walter, do you know how many days are left until APEC unfolds in Gyeongju?
Carry the 66 days, of course I know. I've been counting every day.
Okay, I'm glad you are counting down to that day. It is 66 days and it's getting busier and busier down in the city of Gyeongju. Today, actually, culture ministers from the APEC member states have gathered for a meeting that runs from the 26th until the 28th. So there are many meetings happening, and we also talk about the host city later in our program.
Yep.
But before that, we have some exciting K-Inter news to start off. And the first one, Walter, we're going to start off with BTS's V crossing over into baseball.
Yes, maybe he's trying a new sport out or a new, let's say, job out. But no, not quite. So, but BTS member V took the mound as the ceremonial first pitcher to Major League Baseball game with the LA Dodgers. Now, that was on Monday local time. He delivered the opening pitch at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles ahead of the match between the Dodgers and the Cincinnati Reds. Now, the Dodgers currently feature a Korean player by the name of Kim Hye-sung and obviously MLB's biggest star, Shohei Ohtani. Now, news of V's participation had generated tons of buzz even before the game began, with an announcement made by the Dodgers on their social media a week before, and everyone was already looking forward to V's appearance.
Wow, that's kind of the Avengers of the world of baseball and the world of K-pop.
Yes, indeed.
And speaking of K-pop and Avengers, we're going to talk about some superheroes. Once again, K-pop Demon Hunters. We have more news regarding the animation film.
That's correct. K-pop Demon Hunters Golden from Netflix's K-pop Demon Hunters, or Koreans are calling it Daehon, has returned to the top of the US Billboard Hot 100 singles chart. Now, on Monday local time, Billboard revealed in its chart preview that Golden climbed one spot from last week to secure its second overall week at #1, much like what happened with the UK official singles chart top 100 that we reported on yesterday. Also like the UK official singles chart top 100, Huntrix's Golden and Saja Boys' Your Idol and Soda Pop reached the top 10 in the US charts. The difference being the inclusion of Huntrix's How It's Done, which also made the top 10 in the US Billboard charts, and therefore making this the first time in its history that 4 tracks from a single soundtrack have simultaneously been in the top 10 in the US on the Billboard 100.
What an achievement. And now let's move over to Stray Kids. You have a little update on their latest album?
Yes, indeed I have. According to JYP as well as Hunter Chart on Monday, Stray Kids' 4th studio album, Karma, became a double million seller within just a day of its release last Friday. Now, Karma also topped both the iTunes Worldwide Albums and the European Albums charts for 3 straight days. Now, on Spotify, the album racked up over 18.26 million streams on its release day. Its main track, Ceremony, drew more than 2.52 million streams, debuting at 27 on Spotify's daily top songs global chart. I've been keeping a close eye on them. They are doing amazing in the K-pop scene.
They are indeed. And last but not least, let's take a stroll to a concert.
Yes, let's indeed. Singer-songwriter Kim Dongmyo is set to hold a solo concert titled Stroll at KSPO Dome in Seoul from November 8th to 10th and also 13th to 16th. Now, these will be his first solo concerts in more than around 2 years, with his last concert attracting 60,000 fans. Now, Kim's agency Music Farm said Kim will deliver a stage filled with deeper artistry and splendor. Now, if you're not aware of Kim, Kim debuted in 1993 as a member of the duo Exhibition and has been performing solo since 1998. He's a very well-known artist with numerous well-known hits, including Reply as well as Thanks.
So many wonderful hit songs by Kim Dongmyo. Well, thank you very much, Walter, for those updates, and stick around.
Will do.
And now let's move over to our AI anchor, Ari, for more on the culture front. Ari?
Hello and welcome to your AI guide to the latest cultural updates from Korea. Here's our top story. The Seoul Outdoor Library will reopen next week after its summer break, with foreign visitors making up 11% of total attendance in the first half of the year. The library plans to expand cultural exchange programs in the second half in partnership with several countries, including Ireland, Peru, and China. International visitors can also enjoy over 2,000 foreign language books, translated Korean novels, and a special curation zone featuring travel guides and information on Seoul's landmarks. The Seoul Outdoor Library will run from September 5th through November 2nd. Seoul's Dongdaemun Design Plaza, the city's iconic landmark, has welcomed over 10 million visitors this year. With a busy lineup of exhibitions and events scheduled for the fall and winter seasons, annual attendance is expected to top 20 million. The DDP Design Museum, now hosting a special exhibition of contemporary art icon Jean-Michel Basquiat, is fully booked through March 2028. Seoul Beauty Week, Seoul Fashion Week, and the first ever Asian edition of Design Miami are set for early September, while October will feature the city's signature design festival, 2025 Seoul Design Week. The highly anticipated DDP Rooftop Tour will officially launch in November and is expected to attract both local and foreign visitors. A special retrospective exhibition will open next week to mark the 50th anniversary of the passing of Korean cinema master Lee Lee, a leading figure in Korean film during the 1960s and 70s, is celebrated for his sophisticated direction and versatility across genres, including melodrama, war, noir, and thriller, which helped expand the expressive range of Korean cinema. Running from September 4th to 13th at Cinematheque Fa, the exhibition will showcase Lee's signature works, featuring the first public screening of the 4K restored version of The Soldier Without a Serial Number, along with 35mm screenings of Assassin and 0 Hour. That's all from me. Stay tuned to the Culture Wave.
Few may know that Korea's national hero Kim Gu, even amid the turmoil of Japanese colonial rule, envisioned a future where the nation would rise as a cultural powerhouse. Today, that vision has become reality. Marking the 80th anniversary of liberation, Arirang's Han Da-eun looks back on Korea's remarkable journey to becoming a pillar of the world's cultural stage.
35 years under Japanese colonial rule, Koreans could only hold their culture close in their hearts. Then came the Korean War, a tragedy that saw compatriots turn their guns on one another. It was nearly 30 years after the war that Korean culture first caught the world's attention. In 1987, actress Kang Soo-yeon won Best Actress at the Venice International Film Festival for her role in The Surrogate Womb, directed by Im Kwon-taek.
I decided to take the role because I had absolute trust in director Im.
By the late 1990s, Korean dramas like Winter Sonata sparked a sensation overseas, giving rise to the term Hallyu, or the Korean Wave. In the 2000s, Korean pop stars expanded across Asia, cementing K-pop fandom across the region. And then came Psy's record-breaking 2012 hit Gangnam Style, which thrust K-pop beyond Asia and onto the global stage.
Wow, it's Oxford. Beautiful. With the Gangnam Style, I'm living in a dream.
The rise of BTS opened new horizons for K-pop and Korean culture, proving limitless potential. They made history as the first Korean artists to top Billboard's main singles chart, the Hot 100.
No matter who you are, where you're from, your skin color, your gender identity, just speak yourself.
Director Bong Joon-ho became the first to win the Academy Award for Best Picture with a foreign language film.
So it's the first for a foreign language film, huh? But why?
Director Hwang Dong-hyuk also rewrote K-culture history with Squid Game, which remains the most watched series in Netflix history.
We unexpectedly found ourselves representing Korean dramas on the global stage.
K-culture success goes beyond popular culture. Last year, Korea's acclaimed author Han Gang became the first Korean and the first Asian woman to win the prestigious Nobel Prize in Literature.
I hope my daily life remains much the same as before. I wish to stay connected to the world and to readers through my writing, as I always have.
And now, the smash hit animated film K-pop Demon Hunters is taking the world by storm with its uniquely Korean yet universal appeal, opening a whole new chapter in the global K-pop phenomenon. Rising from the ashes of war, K-culture now stands at the forefront of Korea's national strength. 한다은 아리랑 뉴스.
Act like an angel, just like crazy. 내 심장이 강해 너 CPR 같이 손잡아 like Pikachu make my heart to jungle is pumping I'm on a break faster me too big and sassy new run의 자가를 강신 내 머릿속은 목표로 같이 Galileo 스스로 심판의 매일 내 속에선 적당히 미치려 했지 Why can't you stop 몰라 you can't want to down take it 난 그런 짓들 Ponytail, 앉아봐 묶어줄게 just a little higher Cheers lush, icy cold So hot 들이 너부터 한 모금 쓸쓸한 미소에 넌 날 몰라 You got the something 내가 잘 알아 한숨 툭 같이 건너는 bridge Day and night I'm by your side When I'm dancing alone I'm not dreaming alone I can feel it 두 번 다시 난 너를 찔러난 순간을 느껴 feel it 몰라 몰라 나 따라 웃음 우연처럼 똑같은 dance move yeah Dancing alone now I'm dancing alone yes I feel it 상상봐 반띵톡 아무 고민 없이 더 큰 쪽이 네거 하얀 콩 한쪽씩 몰래 너랑 나랑 담아듣는 플레이리스트
In just over 2 months' time, the city of Gyeongju will host APEC Korea. Gyeongju, which was the capital of the Silla Kingdom for 1,000 years, is the center of Korean Buddhist culture and a city rich in history and tradition. With APEC approaching, Gyeongju is once again attracting global attention. Today, we will talk about the history and culture of Gyeongju with Chang In-suk, the president of the Foreign Language Commentator Association at Gyeongju City Hall. Welcome, President Chang.
Well, welcome, President Chang.
Well, sir and Walter, I am Chang In-suk. Thank you so much for having me. I am truly honored to share the story of our beautiful city, Gyeongju, with the viewers of Arirang TV.
Thank you very much for connecting with us today from Gyeongju. Now, President Chang, as a resident of Gyeongju and a cultural guide and commentator, what was your first thought when you heard that APEC would be held in your city?
When I first heard the news, I felt so proud and excited. Gyeongju is full of history, culture, and warm-hearted people. And I thought it was the perfect chance for the world to see what made Gyeongju so special. As a cultural tourism commentator, I am excited to help visitors to connect with the stories behind what they see.
We can definitely hear your excitement, President Chang. Now, with many foreigners visiting Gyeongju now ahead of APEC, I can imagine that guides and commentators like you are very busy these days, and also that there are many English interpretation services, maybe also interpretation services from other languages. So, how are things going in terms of preparations?
Yes, definitely. We will be busy, much busier than usual, not only at major heritage sites, but also at hotels, restaurants, and culture events. Visitors want more than just a fact. They are curious about the lesson, the hidden meanings, and the human stories behind them. It can be challenging, but every conversation feels like building a bridge between cultures, which is incredibly rewarding.
President Zhang, Gyeongju was the center of trade and cultural exchange in East Asia in the Shilla period. Now, what was Gyeongju like at that time, and how does it traditionally, historically, signify and continue to this day?
Yes, Walter, as you know, Gyeongju was the capital of Shilla Kingdom for 1,000 years, and it served as a major hub along the maritime Silk Road in East Asia. It was connected to China, Japan, and Southeast Asia through both sea and land routes. It allowed the exchange of Buddhism, art, and advanced technologies. Within the city, there are royal palaces, bustling markets, temples, and facilities to welcome foreign envoys. They made Gyeongju a vibrant international city where people and the culture from around the world mingled. That spirit and rich history continue to this day.
And we hope that we will be able to feel that spirit in 2 months from now as well. Now, you just mentioned facilities and temples that are very crucial to that area. Now, Bulguksa Temple, for instance, and Seokguram Grotto, those are widely known as UNESCO Cultural Heritage Sites. But, President Chang, could you share with us some charms or stories of the city beyond what we know from the descriptions in textbooks?
Yes, absolutely. When you visit Bulguksa Temple, you don't just look at the buildings. You feel the harmony among the temple, mountains, and sunlight of the day. In the morning, the sun touching the stone pagodas is very soft and peaceful. This makes you feel that nature and the architecture are breathing together. At Seoul Grotto, what impresses visitors most is the deep silence and peace inside the cave. The Buddha statue has a perfect balance, and the dim light make you feel as if time has completely stopped. So I'd like to say the true beauty of Bulguksa Temple and Seoul Grotto is not only in its history and culture, but also the warm and the peaceful feelings you can experience only here.
That's correct, yes. And President Zhang, you have been guiding foreigners around Gyeongju for quite some time now. What do foreigners find most appealing about the city?
What attracts visitors most about Gyeongju is how history and modern life are together so naturally. They are amazed to see ancient tombs, temples, and old observatories right in the heart of the city. Walking through the street, they often comment on the peaceful and quiet atmosphere. Visitors say they live with a feeling of calm and the inspiration that they can't find anywhere else.
Right. And now, President Chang, ahead of we do have the main event in around 2 months' time from now. And also, high-level talks between culture ministers are currently unfolding from today until Thursday. And many side events are going to happen as well. So do you think APEC 2025 will be a good opportunity to promote the city of Gyeongju and Silla culture?
Yes, I believe the APEC is more than just an economic summit meeting. It is a unique moment when world leaders and delegates gather here in Gyeongju. It is not only visiting famous sites like Buddha's Temple and Sakuran Grotto, but also discovering how tradition and modern life exist together here. So I see this APEC as a great chance to share Gyeongju and Silla culture with the world globally.
And President Jang, after APEC, what stories or culture of Gyeongju would you like to see promoted in the bid to make an even more beloved city to foreigners?
Besides Buddha's Temple and Sakuran Grotto, there are many other treasures. For example, Cheomseongdae, the oldest existing astronomical observatory in East Asia, Cheonmacheong, the royal tomb where the splendid golden crown was discovered, Dongmyo Palace and Orchid Pond, once part of the Silla Royal Palace complex, and Yangdong Village, a traditional Joseon dynasty village where visitors feel the life of the Korean nobles. If more of these sites are shared with the world, I believe Gyeongju will be loved as a living city of history and culture.
All right, that's all the time we have today. Thank you very much, President Chang, for connecting with us today from Gyeongju. And we wish you a wonderful experience with APEC 2025, personally and also for the city itself. Thank you again.
Thank you, President Jang.
Visit Gyeongju. Thank you. Bye.
And thank you, Walter, as always. I feel it's always very interesting to look at the city of Gyeongju from so many perspectives.
It's very interesting, and I can't wait to see what we have in store for the rest of the weeks to come.
Exactly, because you said we have 66 days left.
66 days left.
All right, thank you everyone for spending the past half an hour with us on the Culture Wave. Please join us again tomorrow on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Korea time, and maybe one day here in Korea.